This right back, Charlie, definitely.
People deluded, I'm back again.
Come on, Ian, man. Come on. People, deluded, I'm back again. It's Arsenal versus Man United on Sunday, so I had to get a United fan on. His camera's tipped a bit weird. You might have to change that, my brother.
Do you want me to tip that?
Pause.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah,
Man, come in with the Man United shirt and all sorts.
Landscape, Kazi.
Yeah, I did. Do you know what? You're right. I did.
That's
I
what
did.
I'm
You're
saying,
snitching, but I did still. I did. You tried, man. You tried. What are you saying?
You say you come in the Arsenal thing. What you coming to?
Do you know what? I just happened to be wearing it, man. But it makes sense. It's on brand, man. It's on brand. You ready to lose on Sunday?
Bro, I'm ready. You know, I'm ready still.
Yeah,
First
I
time
see a
I'm
smile
ready.
on your face. You trying to do the quietly confident thing.
You know what? Yeah, no Saka. Who else that you got?
You don't need them, man. There for you, look.
No, you do. You definitely do. Last couple of years, you kind of struggled, you know, but like Saka and them man's kind of draw you out of the bag. So, you know what? I think you might
Struggled
need.
against you, man.
Yeah, a few times.
When did we struggle? Where was this struggling? Where?
Wait, against even with Ten Hag, like you lot was struggling a little bit. Like
When though? I'm
it's not
asking
free
when.
flowing. It's not free flowing. Like
We don't
look
need
at
that against you, lot, man.
bro. Come on, the last game we played, yeah, a bit easy, but it's a struggle because of the corners. But it was a bit easy still. I don't think you lot really was
What? Because we
working.
scored from corners. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, but other than that, yeah, they weren't really nothing to it. You know what I mean? And the
Apart from us
team.
getting the 3 points.
Nah, but the way we are right now, like I've seen teams destroy us to get me, and you lot couldn't do it, and I was a bit surprised. I was like, "Right, what's going on?" But you know what? We didn't get the 3 points, so I can't. What can I say? You know what I
Do you
mean?
think your season's turning around? You got a good point at Anfield. You got a
No,
smile on your face.
you know what? I'm not really one of them fans like worried about the season. You know what I mean? I just want to see. Obviously I was worried about the season, but now we got a new manager. I'm not really worried about the season like that. I just want to see improvements. I want to see better players coming in. I want to know who my starting 11 is every week, and then I can start being satisfied. You get me? But right now we don't even know who's who. Some men are playing that might not even be here at the end of the season. You know what I mean? So there's not too much to be excited about. But yeah, I'm happy with my manager, innit?
What do you think of Amarin so far? Because he reminds me, like, they're very different, but he reminds me of Mikel Arteta when he first come in. The way he speaks with
Confidence.
conviction,
Yeah,
the
the
confidence, the
confidence.
conviction, the ideas, we'll get onto the Rashford stuff in a minute, but big
Mm.
names immediately doing what he needs to do. But what have you made of Amarin, man? Because I haven't actually asked the United fan that
It's
question.
mad because like I'm one of them fans that is like, before Ten Hag came, no one was really fascinated with the media. Oh, you gotta be good with the media. You know what I mean? No, you didn't really hear that.
That's
But
an
when
extra bit in today's
yeah,
day and age. I agree, man.
but I do give it to them because before everyone was saying that, I wanted Ten Hag, but I didn't go deep into Ten Hag to listen to his press conferences and stuff. You know what I mean? He was probably doing it in Dutch and stuff like that. So I didn't know his personality. I just saw his team and how he played. When I started kind of hearing the type of guy he was, like week after week, months after month, I kind of lost hope in him just from his press conferences, the stuff he was telling, man. And even if it was coming out as a lie or a truth, I lost a lot of confidence in him. Amarin's different, you know what I mean? Like, remember, we can only be confident by what someone's showing us and telling us, you know what I mean? Other than that, we're not playing.
Yeah,
So we
we're not on
can't
the training ground.
yeah, we're not on the trading ground. So when Amarin's saying these type of things, and as a supporter, he's saying stuff that I was saying. So like when we're sitting here, I'll be like, oh, we need to change this, we need to change that. Amarin's saying the same thing. So I'm confident in, like, he's not stupid. He must know how to change them now if he knows the problems, you know what I mean?
Nah, you're bang on the
So
money. So how do you salvage your season then? Like, what's a good season for Man United considering where you lot are at? Because last time I checked, you're like 14th. Obviously, the season's a write off to a degree.
mm, you know what? Yeah, like I'm worried, but I'm not worried to a degree because I just feel like some of these teams that are doing well right now, they can't hold on all season. You know what I mean? So like these Fulhams and these other teams that are in like around seventh, eighth, ninth, Bournemouth,
Forest,
Fulham.
Fulham, Bournemouth,
Yeah,
them kind of sides, they're performing
maybe
well, but you're
Forest
right.
have maybe Forest have picked up enough points to kind of stay in and around right now. But anyone else, I don't think they can sustain it. And I think if we just click in a good run, yeah, and probably beat one of the big six teams.
Not
You get
us.
me? Anyone I'll take right now.
But to be fair, you
Any
beat
big
City.
team.
You have beat City.
Yeah, to be fair, you know, I'm I'm saying that because I'm kind of hurt by the Liverpool thing. You know what I mean? It kind of hurt me because I feel like that's the first time in a long time we had a chance to actually get them at Anfield, and we did it. We let them get away with a point. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, it's like a big six win, even against you lot. I don't mind it. Like that will be sweet. You
Yeah,
know what I
because you lot
mean?
do the social media thing. It's a social
Yeah.
media derby. United fans are just too vocal on my football club. I know Arsenal fans
Yeah.
are special, but you lot talk about Arsenal more than your own club. I get it. There's not much to scream and shout about
No,
with
no, man.
United, but
No,
you
man.
lot
No,
chat.
bro. Why do you not say that? Like, we're talking about the title race. Like, people gotta
I,
understand
I
that
don't know if Arsenal in the
when
title. I
that's what I'm
don't
saying.
know what we're doing.
You lot are always on Man United, and you're talking about
We're not on
relegation.
you. Why
Why
we've been
you
better than you for how many years?
why
We
you,
don't watch you,
you know what
man.
I mean? This
I
is what I'm
see. I
saying.
thought we
This
follow
isn't
each
a,
other on Twitter. You're one of the culprits. Like
this is a
I know when
relegation
Arsenal take it
podcast.
L, stay off Twitter because you lot do the chattings, bro. Bare chattings, and you're nasty as well because you do the retweets and you
I
don't
have
let
to.
anything
I
go.
have to because you lot don't let
The
me
game's the
breathe,
game. You're
bro.
right.
Yeah, the game's the game. You get me? You gotta remember, since Twitter and this era, man ain't won nothing. It's all laughing. Both of us really ain't won
Yeah.
nothing.
Now it has
You
been
know what I
still
mean? So it's like we gotta kind of just keep it to banter and nothing too serious right now, innit? Like it's hurting me that you guys are being serious, but
are we?
no, like you was on our level 4 years ago. You know what I mean?
True.
Like you
There's been
lot weren't.
progression, but we've
There's
stagnated
a,
now.
you
Like we're
lot,
not
and
getting
you
over the
lot are
line.
not on our level right now. I'll be honest with you. You're above us, and that's where Man United got to look at it like raw. Like you get me. So even if you ain't winning nothing or whatnot, but I like what it is. I like Arteta, but he seems mad stubborn, innit? He
Yeah,
seems
yeah.
stuck in his
No, I'd
ways.
agree.
Seems stuck in his ways, and like I don't know. It's like that might hinder you lot's progression because he's just
It
stuck.
already has, man. Look at it. Like, I'm not saying it's just on Arteta, but you could see, and that's what's annoying with me is that other fans can see what Arsenal need. Clearly a striker, clearly
Yeah.
a next winger that can play with Saka or instead of him. Our midfield, I like Rice, but we need Rice to just be a 6 and get 8. We were just complacent, man. We've kind of fumbled the bag. And you mentioned something interesting because obviously you have a football background as well as obviously being a fan, yeah.
Yeah.
How can like this stubborn thing with managers? Like, how far can it go? Because surely, as a manager, you've got to be stubborn to your beliefs. Like, a lot of what I'm dissing Arteta about now, he was stubborn when you couldn't see it, when it wasn't working. He kept doing it, and I guess
Yeah.
Amarin's gonna have to stick to his his sort of
Mm,
philosophy.
mm, mm.
There's probably going to be a time where your fans probably say, "What do you need to play free at the back?" If he's adamant on that, he's going to keep doing it. So for you, like, at what point does a manager kind of have to stop being stubborn? And like, I'd also add a second part of that, like. What do you think Arteta is being stubborn in?
Like I think that's what I'm saying. Stubborn's not always bad though, because him being stubborn kind of got you lot to where you have got. Even though he kind of built a team and then changed it up again, and then got his actual team that he wanted. He has kind of stuck to his principles, yeah. But what I would say he's stubborn with is like this is what I was gonna say. I think his issue might be he might can't handle certain personalities
$100%.
or not or a big knit group. It's got to be so small and tight, and I think that's why he
But he's
doesn't get.
controlling it all.
Yeah, so I don't think that's why he doesn't get extra wingers to sit behind Saka or extra players to. He doesn't like really having like good players in one position, really, does he?
That's what we
You know
need,
what I
man.
mean?
Look at the bodies that Arsenal have missing, let alone available. It's predictable, bro. Like we,
It
apart from
is.
last season, we've seen this injury thing, man.
Mm. But he's. I think he's stubborn, as in he's stuck to one way about he wants to play now, and he won't like go back to like he
Hundred
had
percent.
a way a couple seasons ago. You lot were playing fluid. This season's a bit more brutal, bit more, yeah, we're stuck in, we'll just hold it kind of low block ish, you know what I mean, and not press us high. Like I remember that first season, yeah, you lot were like the press kings, like with
The years
Jay-Z.
Zinchenko and Jesus had for
Yeah,
us, our first
that
title challenge in recent years.
pressing was relentless. You know what I mean? You couldn't really get out of Arsenal, and you lot were creating chances just from pressing. This is what I was saying. Oh, I used to
Facts.
say one thing about Odegaard is he's a press man. He can press really well. He can set you traps. You know what I mean? He's very intelligent. He can make you. He could just set traps in it, and he can win balls back. And Saka's reading off him. Him and Saka are very good at
And then the
intercepting.
ops are out of shape, and you're gone from there.
You lot created probably half your chances that season by just pressing high, pressing high. Now he's sitting a bit more lower, trying to not trying to just see out games and stuff like that. Yeah, which he knows he can do both, but he's not. So I'm not sure why. I'm not sure the reason why he's doing it, or he's trying to prove a point. But yeah, man, he seems very stubborn right now.
Nah, he is, man, and I agree. Stubborn's not always a good or bad thing, but he does need to change things. Like this, the season that you mentioned where we was pressing, was playing attractive football. I think people look at it with rose tints in it because it would be a thing where we'd start the first half, sorry, very well, blitz the team.
Mm-hmm.
Second half, it's
That's
knife
it.
edge. That's why I
Yeah,
think he was a bit traumatized and he made us more solid defensively. I think
yeah,
last season you saw that. Now this season, I wanted him to mesh and merge the two together. I'll be honest. I think this year is regression, bro, because we're not exactly a great defensive side. We're definitely not playing great football. Saying that, we are still second. It was our first loss in 13 games against Newcastle. I think we lost once at home in 2024. But those are the positive stats I think my fan base choose to look at. I think we've played 20 Premier League games. We dropped points in 9. And there's been bare games. We've obviously had 10 men, but we've dropped points for winning positions. For me, with Arteta, it's just about getting over the line. Big you up for the rebuild and all of that. Are you
mm.
the guy to get us over
To
the
push
line?
it.
And if not,
Have you got that mentality? Yeah,
this is it. But why would he? Because he got a 3-year deal before a ball was kicked this season. As
that's
long as
it.
you get top four and on the paper, we finished. We were in the semi-finals of a cup. If you don't get embarrassed and you finish in a certain place, you're not going. That's where
Mm.
I think we're happy as a club to be where we're at, bro.
And that's what I've been saying to my brethren. Like Arteta kind of keeps you guys all
I think
content.
Arteta wants to win, but he's going about it a mad way. But the
Yeah,
club
but
is not.
they're
Is a
keeping
madman.
it all. They're all seem all content, but it's like there's no real
Exactly.
pressure. They're not building no pressure or buzz to actually say we need to get this, we need to win this, we need to go here. It feels all content and they're all chilling. But I think you lot have made progression in it. Like I don't think you lot should be panicking like I do here. And it like you lot just let us get to you and you lot start saying, the fans are on us there, but you lot are progressing in it.
Arsenal
Like
fans are easy to trigger. I can't
yeah,
lie, myself
easy,
included.
easy. Like I was saying to my brethren the other day, do you know how funny I think you lot scored? Yeah, that Ethan guy scored. Yeah, and I was like, bro, do you know how funny Arsenal fans are? How do they let man rattle them from 14th? Yeah, and they got this kid, they got Saka, they got Saliba, they got Timber. Like they're all under 23s. Like top talents. Like man are not listening. That's half a squad of top talents right there. But man are not realizing what you lot have, innit? But you lot could lose if you not hold on to it. But you lot have something that a lot of teams don't have. City don't have that right now. You know what I mean? Like Liverpool not that don't have that right now. Like you
And their
lot
three
have
best
that.
players could cut as well.
You get me? You lot actually have a little base where you lot can build on. But this is what I was gonna say. I think you lot regressed here, and this is why I've always laughed at this deal. And I think he's a good player, and he's got um ability about him. And I wanted him at United, but for a different job and a different price. But you lot regressed by signing Rice because it didn't make sense. Why? Let me tell you why it didn't make
No,
sense.
go on, go on, go on, go on, go
It
on,
didn't
go
make
on.
sense here because at first I thought, yeah, he was you lot signed him to replace Partey because of all the party madness that was going on. But even when you think of that, that's not even the same profile of players. And Partey, yeah, I remember you lot signing Partey and going up. This level that you lot went up was him. Like that was his season when
He's
he
a
came.
quality player,
And
man, Party.
he took you up a level. Forget all the background noise to him, and I don't even like talking about him. I like to laugh at him because all of the stuff he's going through. He's a nasty man, but
Amen.
football wise and what he actually brings to your team is important. If you're not replacing that by almost bit by bit, then you're gonna go
He's
back.
been one of our best players this season as well,
He has,
arguably.
yeah. He stepped up this season. I can't even lie. I've been watching. I'm like, raw. He's actually, you get me, and he's one of the smartest guys in that midfield you got. You know what I mean? He opens up a lot. Like it's hard to press. It's a hard guy to play against. You know, I watch him a lot, and I'm thinking because I watch him a lot because we need a player in that position to just do that a lot. You know what I mean? And we don't really have that, and I think that would take us up a level as well. Like us
You
buying
got a
Mount,
guy, though, innit?
yeah, but we need someone with
He's
a
looking
guard.
alright now.
Now, Garte is what we need. I think he's the upgrade to Fred. You know what I mean? Like when we wanted Fred, like everyone kind of liked Fred, you know, but he just was a bozo about it. But everyone
How I feel
appreciated
about
Fred.
Martinelli.
That's what I'm saying. But there's stuff you appreciate about what he brings to the team, and you're like, bro, only if he could do like
Especially when he
Martinelli.
doesn't play. Them kind of man.
Martinelli, you're like, raw. If Martinelli could finish these chances and he would be a monster.
I don't
You know
think
what I
he'll
mean?
ever learn to finish, bro. I'll be real. Like, he's at that point. Like, you've played ball, you understand. Once you get to 23, I'm not asking you to be the finished article, bro, but the gloves are kind of off. Like, you're old enough to know your job, to know what you need to do. Obviously, I know the guy doesn't want to miss. I know he's trying, but this has been here for a while now because you still get in the right positions, but you're shooting when you need to pass when you need to shoot, not applying the right sort of finish. There was one point where, arguably you could say he looked like he could be better than Saka. I'm starting to think that was just a purple patch of a season. And
But
going back to
listen,
what you said
that's what
about
I'm
the
gonna
football,
say to you is
this
that
is it, bro. It might have even
watching
been the
football,
football you mentioned. Like,
yeah,
people
but
didn't clock it.
watching him earlier though, yeah, I think he was good at finishing. I think it might be confidence because his first
100%
season
is
or
confidence as well.
his first season or two, he looked like a finisher. I didn't think he can dribble and all of that stuff that they're trying to make him. I thought he could just bury. I thought he was quick and he could bury. He was looked like he was clinical at first. Like every time we brought him off the bench, he was burying. It's like confidence with him. You know what I mean? And I said it, but I just don't think he's a left winger. I really
You what,
don't.
do- what you reckon?
I
I know what
reckon
you're
he
gonna
can go.
say because I have this
I
debate all
reckon
the
he can
time with
go
Arsenal
through the
fans.
line. I reckon he can go through the middle,
Oh,
man.
ball. You think he's intelligent enough in the modern day with his back to goal and the runs and all of that, like,
Don't have to be
bro.
back to
And then
goal.
you'd have to be able to finish.
Don't have to be back to goal. You just do something with him, man. But I think you need to get him inside the box. You know what I mean? I think he will be a bit more like he's not creative, innit? Like I've never thought he was a creative
He's an off
spark.
the ball man.
It's off the ball work rate, and he looked like he could finish, man. Like I would try him that, like an Alvarez type player, man. I
But
think he
even that,
can.
Alvarez is intelligent, bro. I don't think Martinelli has IQ like that. And I hate getting at him because I think his attitude's great. I think
Mm,
he's decent at his job. But once you get into the final third, and as you know, the hardest thing to do is score goals. I wanted to ask you this, yeah, because people say it about Pep, but they start to say it about Arteta. Do you think Arteta's coached, like, over coaching the whole team, or better yet, over coaching our attackers? Because he's kind of, you could say that with Martinelli. You can't really say that with Saka, but you don't really see Saka running that man and the rest of it.
yeah, maybe because like you guys just have a trademark. I could tell you, I could explain to you a trademark attack you don't have it. You could
And
see
you
it
know
for
what we're gonna
yourself
do, and it's gonna be the
when
same
you
on
just
Sunday.
when you get it into Odegaard in the pocket. You got Saka there, then
And
the
it's just left to
overlap,
right
and
and
it's
left to
just
right.
the right and left. There's a little triangle they tried to build to get
And
into
we
the
never
box.
try. For me,
And
it's like boxing, bro. It's bare
it's
jabs. We
just
never go for a knockout one.
yeah, there's no other real ways about it. So to say that we see that all the time and there's no real fluidity to like any other things is it is kind of overcoached. You know what I mean? But we don't see it because people like Saka is efficient. He's one of them. Saka's one of them kids in school. Yeah, when you just tell him everything here and he gets it straight away.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
oh
yeah.
yeah,
Just an
blah blah blah.
A-star student.
Yeah, that's the only one that you don't have to say it twice. You just say it once, and that is why Arteta never leaves him out because every job, everything he tells him, Saka can do it to the T. You know what I mean? And Saka's quality. You know what I mean? And he makes your team not look overcoached. But then when he's there, when he's gone, look how you look now. You get me? Trossard, all these players, they just look like robots,
Yep.
really. No
And
one
they're
ain't
all
really.
struggling. Like, that's why I'm onto Arteta, because, like, I'm not even gonna lie, yeah. All of these players need to fix up, and they've all got their own issues. But Martinelli, excluding Saka, Martinelli, Trossard, Havertz, Jesus. These are not bad players. Like, and if you're all struggling, surely it's on the gaffer to a degree. If everybody's failing, because you look at how much PZ spent in the midfield and defense, that's cool. He hasn't really spent on attackers, and when he has, it's been a bit shaded. And even Havertz, he didn't bring Havertz in to be a forward. He tried to make him the Xhaka replacement. It didn't bang. So it's I really do look at my manager, because ultimately goals win games, man. And that's a clear area. Like if you name Arsenal's strongest 11 and you focus on the front three, give or take, you're probably going to say Martinelli, Saka, Havertz. You can definitely upgrade on 2 of the 3, surely. So that's what I think. In the summer, we signed up for what we face now, with the lack of depth, with the lack of Saka cover, with the issues on the left and the right, with what you're saying with, because I do like when Arteta does it. I do like the structure, the lefts and rights, but for me, there's no life to it. There's no, come on, use an attacking player, bro. It's about just connecting with your teammates and randomness, bro.
And that's what I was gonna say. Like, bro, like, forget, if I'm gonna stop the bias thing and whatnot, bro. Out of the 3 or out of the 2 now, you and Liverpool, bro. You guys are actually the better team structurally. You're the better team. Almost, could I say, player for player? Depends, innit? But you're a better team defensively, and in that middle, you're better than them. But they have some sort of freedom to do as they please.
Look how high they leave Salah, bro. You've never seen it with Saka.
When they go behind or drop point or go behind a goal or 2, they have this sort of automatic way to get back. And sometimes you guys don't. And I was gonna ask you this: do you reckon Arteta coaches to play for corners?
Nah, man. Because come on, bro. It don't make sense.
He stole keys and a phone out of them man's pockets, bro. He's on anything, fam. Listen, I've seen, especially Martinelli. I've seen Martinelli go down the line, and he's not going nowhere. He's just like waiting, bam, kick it on you, and then the whole crowd goes up, bro. Nah, man, that is staged, bro.
I mean, you know what? When you put it like that, maybe, but like, obviously, the only way to win corners is to attack. I just think it's lovely. That was my issue, because if you spoke to Arsenal fans, which I'm sure you did, in the summer, they were waffling. They're like, we've got multiple goal scorers. We scored 90 odd goals, and I said, I love the fact that we score from corners, But if we're not able to, we'll go on for the open play.
Sick weapon.
It's sick. And I thought other teams would have clocked it by now. And when you deep it, they're slyly starting to. You lot, even in the game at the Emirates, we ultimately scored from 2 corners. But you lot tried to clock it, bro. Probably, when you put it like that, probably.
With us, we just don't have physical presence, really. It's not, if you can clock it all you want, do the tactics, but if these men are bigger and faster than you, they're not gonna beat them in the air, bro. You get me? Like, certain times, bro, man's literally got Deluded in the back who can header. Sometimes you might play Mazraoui, Leacher, Delot, and Ahmad in defence. Who's headering? Then you got in the midfield, you got Ugarte and Mainu. Then you got Bruno, and what I mean.
When you put it like that, it makes sense.
Only 2 people that can header really is Deluded and Højlund if they're playing. So that's why you see Maguire a lot now. And then Euro needs to start getting in, and I think
he's a baller, man. Like I was vexed when you lot got him. He's someone I done a video on when he's in France. Obviously, he's gonna need a lot of work. He's cold,
got
bro.
Saliba, that's it.
Nah, but I want both. I genuinely think Euro's cold. Like, obviously, he's 18. There's some weeks he's gonna look like an 18-year-old. Some he's gonna look like a veteran. But he's in the right place, especially because he's got Amarin now. Like, I don't want to disrespect Ten Hag because I've never managed, but the players were stagnating. Kobe Mainoo looks a lot better under Amarin than I think he does under Ten Hag. Your good players were stagnating, and just Ten Hag just had more excuses. Like, for me, watching Man United, sometimes a team's struggling, but you can see an identity. Couldn't see fuck all from Ten Hag. Amarin's got that. How long do you give Amarin? I want to speak about our managers. How long do you give Amarin? Because obviously it's a project, it's a process. But if you're in a similar situation to Arsenal, like 5 years down the line, you're having these conversations. Do you cut the cord?
Yeah, we're Man United. This is why we laugh as well, all the time, because we can't afford to. Arteta couldn't do this at Man United, no matter what.
Other managers would have been sacked when he finished back-to-back 8th at this club as well.
You know what I mean? So it is kind of, what's that word? Lowering you lot standards, bro, because we as much as you say, we're obsessed with you, all of that, bro, we see you as our main competitors. Forget Liverpool, forget Chelsea, forget Man City, you know what I mean? And we're the kings of the Premier League. Like, there's
not anymore, but he was.
No, bro, no.
You're the former trap stars outside the bookies doing smoky spice now still.
Bro, there's a Premier League table. There's a Premier League table every season, yeah. and it restarts every season. But there's a real Premier League table of how many have you won. That table, we're
Bro.
always on top
No,
of
it's
that
true. No,
table.
you lot are the big dogs when it
No,
comes
that's
to that.
the
You're the big dogs.
real table. You know what I mean? And that's the one I'm always watching. Like when we start going down that table is when my heart is really gonna burn. But like right now, I can kind of hold on to it. But yeah, man, like I say, it's lowering the standards, isn't it? Because I feel that you guys should be winning stuff. Like really,
No, I think you're bang on the
definitely.
money, and I think there's no balance when obviously you know yourself. There's United fans on YouTube that move mad. There's Arsenal fans that move mad. But when it comes to YouTube, Arsenal fans are one of the ones that get the traction in it. I
Yeah,
think when you look at our club, there's little balance. I don't personally think it should all be doom and gloom and f this guy, that guy, and the
yeah,
other. But then you have the other side, and I don't know if United got this, but you got the other side of like people just making out everything's great. There's no issues. Like
yeah,
when
yeah,
I
yeah,
even
yeah.
saw I even saw you react to a tweet, yeah, and this is the sort of logic when they come out and say, "Oh, Arteta coached the 3-0." I hear
Yeah.
that, but if you
It's
need to
funny,
win
innit?
3-0, cuz
Yeah,
like it
yeah.
don't mean nothing. It's
It's
dead.
funny.
Oh, like,
But I just say that for this banter and whatever. But you can't. If you're saying it to be serious, you could just.
no, but there's genuinely, I'm not saying you, but
You
there's
say
genuinely man that
yeah,
say
people are
that, bro.
serious, and
Like
I
it don't
know
make sense, cuz.
it's crazy. It's crazy, and bro, I see it like that as well. And this is why I always argue at the end of the seasons, like, what do we want to see? We want to see trophies and celebrations. Like, bro, you lot
At the end of the
finished
day, yeah.
above. You lot
Especially in
finished
these last
above
three
us.
years.
That's what I'm saying. You lot finished above us last year, but we probably celebrated more than you,
Yeah.
beating our
Ten Hag
beating
won
our.
2 trophies. Arteta ain't got nothing to his
Get
name
me?
apart from the FA Cup.
That's the stuff that we're here for as fans, innit? So
That's
like
history.
all well and good seeing us play well, pretty football, destroying teams or whatever here and there, or
Best
but
team of 2024, but we ain't got a
yeah,
trophy, bro.
yeah, best defense
I
record
love
away
all of that, but it's
records,
dead if man ain't lifting something.
lifting something. You know what I mean? And I feel like Arteta shouldn't be sacked though. Like, um,
Really.
like this season, no. You
So
know what
what
I
if
mean?
he finishes? All right, let's not. All right, if we win, Arsenal not going to win the league. But if we win that, cool. It's a non-debatable. But cool. Let's just assume he finished second or third. We go out of the
Mhm.
League Cup in the FA Cup. We go out against Man United. God forbid on Sunday. Champions League. You don't bring that home. You're not sacking him or asking questions or like.
You know what? No, if
Because that's 3 years now. Like I keep saying 3 years because I think, including this year, last year, I think these were the really big years to really make movements.
I feel like they know they dropped the ball last summer, and I feel like they have to give him one more, just one more, and there's no whole bars after that, innit? I just don't feel like that shit. Like this is all his project. Everything they've put into this is
Yeah,
all
no,
his project.
100%. This is
You lot
his
are
image
not
now.
that. You're not that rich. You're not that rich. You're balanced right now. You're good, but you're
So why is
not
he
that
spending
rich.
65 M's on Havertz, bro?
But you're not that rich to scratch the squad, bro, and another
No, I
manager
don't
come
even
in
think you need
saying,
to scratch the squad, bro. I'm
bro,
not.
bro,
I
you don't know what another bro. Look at
no, you're
Amarin.
right. A next manager
Amarin
might
is
say
whipping
everybody
this
f off.
squad left, right, and centre. I ain't seen. I thought Rashford was gonna be his dog. I ain't seen Rashford, Garnacho, all these people that were club favourites, bro. You don't know what another man wants, bro, or how another man wants to play. And there's what other managers in the world that wants to play exactly like Arteta. You know what I mean? Like everyone's got their own image, their
But
own
is that
style.
wrong though? Because if we keep doing this, like God forbid, like let's just say me and you have the same conversation 10 years from now, like 5 years on better yet. So it's now 10 years, and we're saying the same things. I agree with you in that it shouldn't just be a sacking thing. And I also think that it shouldn't just be keeping a man because you're scared of what's going on. Like obviously, Amarin, if you get 3 years into the job and he's made progression, but not quite the progression you lot want, you lot are gonna cut, man. Like, surely if, it's like with footballers, isn't it? You sign a striker, it don't bang, you sign the next one, isn't it? So it's like,
Yeah,
how far does it go?
where you lot fucked up is though, sir, but where you lot messed up is where
No, you can swear,
you
bro.
you kind of you kind of built your thing around Arteta. So i.e. with Edu and all of that, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's all
Trying to do
around
the
Arteta.
Wenger thing.
Yeah. So when you break that up, it's a big hole. You've got to bring
And
all of that
Edu's
in.
gone,
So
so our next sporting director is needed. We ain't
this
got a
is what
sporting
I'm
director
saying.
right
So
now.
the next sporting director right now has basically got to be doing stuff behind Arteta's back, as in like when you leave, this is the new plan or this is what the plan. You know what I mean? Or
Mm.
else, I it's not that I can't see it didn't work because look how it worked for Klopp and that. But I just think you lot are not different from Liverpool, innit? You're in a different stage to Liverpool. So I do think it will be a bit different for you guys to switch with Arteta. I'm not saying you shouldn't, But I think you can. Like, I think you can get. I'm not gonna lie. That you could get a winner right now, and they could probably win you guys something. Like,
That's bro. We need to act in the market. It don't make sense. Even if I don't talk about positions, bro, we hardly got anyone fit at this moment in time. We're still competing in 4 trophies, and there's bare games. It's not sustainable. It doesn't make sense. And this is what I said earlier about the summer, bro. Look at the summer. You finish 2 points off City. You get Sterling on deadline day, Neto on deadline day. You got Moreno. I don't think Moreno's bad, but he's not amazing. He doesn't challenge either Partey or
he's not
Rice.
bad
We.
if you stack up properly. If he
This is
was
what I'm
one of
saying.
if he was one of 4 5 nice players,
See what I'm saying?
good
Exactly.
team player. But when you kind of depend on him, you kind of depending on him by signing him alone, isn't it? Like,
Playing him to play as an 8, a bit like with Rice, man. Like, in
yeah.
fact, I want to go back over that because you mentioned Rice, man. What's your beef with Declan? He's cold, bro. He's
No,
cold.
you know what? I'm more of a hater of him that he should have come United, but like, but what I'm saying is not wrong, innit? Like, that's how I actually feel, innit? And I
He should be
trust him.
playing as a 6, man. I'm not into.
And
Listen, I'll train
I
and do
know
that.
Rice from so far back from him being actually a centre back, bro.
Sis,
So
and we want to make man Frank Lampard.
when I'm saying you're trying to make him this player, I'm just like,
Just
he
play him
wasn't
as a
that.
6.
He wasn't that player at West Ham. He was on a double pivot,
Exactly.
nicely working,
He's a man that
nicely
just
through
wins the ball
checking
back, give it to the
whoever.
wavy guys, man.
And I feel like you lot are giving him a bit too much of a responsibility, where I feel like it's not for him, but it's not his fault. His price tag is mad. I always say, like,
English tax.
I wouldn't say nothing about him if it was a 60, 70 million deal and you added it. You know what I mean? I would probably
That's our
raise
highest
him a lot
transfer.
more.
Well, it
Yeah,
is.
that's what I'm
Rice.
saying. You broke club record for him and you don't win you nothing, and it don't really look like he's gonna win you nothing alone. It don't make sense,
That's
really.
why I
You know
get
what I
annoyed
mean?
at the club, bro, because the season before last, you've broken your transfer record. A bit like what you said about, you've done everything for Arteta. You've signed a good midfielder, signed a wavy 8, signed a striker. We love being a couple pennies short of a pound. It's a running joke at Arsenal. If we have a striker, we're the sort of team. If we have a striker, we ain't got an 8. I mean a 10. If we got a 10 in a striker, we don't have a DM. If we've
But
got one centre back, we don't have another.
what's the most important position you think you
What
need
in today's day and age, or right to it in the market?
in January right now? You need
With
something.
Saka's injury, it's got to be a winger, bro. Like it's got to be, innit? It's got to be. I'd love to if Saka was fit and we weren't talking about certain things. I would have. I don't think we would have signed a striker anyways, but I would have said that. But it has to be a winger, bro. For me, I would love a
I think
centre mid,
you lot should have went for Kudus.
bro. We were linked with him at Ajax. Apparently, the summer he went to West Ham, he was on joining us. I don't know where it went left, but
Perfect for Saka, like
cracking,
that
bro.
type of role,
And he can play everywhere. Arteta loves to
and
play everyone
Odegaard,
everywhere.
yeah, he can play Odegaard role. He can do a lot of roles.
I would have loved him, bro. But even that, the January market is difficult to do business. But I'm at the point, I don't care how difficult it is. You need to do something, bro. And when the summer market was done, it's not like these issues are merely being highlighted because of injuries. It's the same things we're talking about. So you had a couple months to address things. But like I said, you got no sporting director. What's really gonna happen? Like really and truly, we're
But
seeing news today
this
that we got to
window
sell
is
to buy and
scary.
that.
These are the windows you see, like Garlos, and did you get Willian in January? Like them type of
Nah, we
deals.
got a Batman in January, so it's not impossible. It's difficult. It's not impossible. I'm sure Van Dijk
Mm.
signed for Liverpool in January, so it's not impossible. It
Nah,
can
but
be done.
Liverpool put in work though. They signed him like the 1st of January. Like they were ready already.
Exactly.
Like,
So this is what I'm
yeah.
saying. If you put in work, things can be done. Cause like things can be
Yeah.
done. I would have loved your lad. What's his name, man? Ahmad. He would have been like, boy, he would have been cool to have with Saka, man.
Wow, bro. You think you could have taken Ahmad from us? You're mad.
Yeah, I don't. He
I'm
signed
mad.
that death row
I'm
contract, man. Like,
madness.
do you think he's better than Saka? Because I see some of your fans doing up that one.
Nah,
Black,
no way.
Black
No way.
Messi and that.
No way. But I feel like he could have been on that level, but I just feel like his development is just way behind
Yeah,
Saka.
I think he done him dirty. Ten Hag done him dirty. Ten Hag weren't
Yeah,
even
but
playing him. So like, boy,
the club overall, man, they just slowed down his development. He's been like Rangers. He went Sunderland. Sunderland's the only place I reckon that niced him, and he was somewhere else. He went like 3 places, innit? And they was even trying to sell him. Like his development
yeah, that's
ain't
a
been.
madness.
Yeah, they haven't developed him well, innit? And I just feel like Saka. That's why Saka's ahead of him. But yeah, he can be our type of Saka. You know what I mean? Our
No, he's
live
cold.
Saka.
He's cold. Your other attackers are not cold, but he's cold. Like Hoyslin, I like him, but he needs a lot of work. For me, you don't need a more experienced striker to kind of ease the burden. I don't know what I'm going for Joshua Zertsky. I think he's a baller, but I just don't think you're the guy for it. It's just not going to work
Can't
at
see
this
it.
moment.
Yeah, I can't see it with him. I can't see it with him. I respect his craft. I understand his game. I do understand what he can bring to a team, but I don't know if we need that right now.
And he's soft, man. I'll be honest. Pause. I'll be honest. I think he's soft, like for Man United and Arsenal as well. But I
Mm.
think people forget about psychological stuff. Sometimes you just have to be on it. You know,
On
like
it, man.
he's not on it. He's scared.
On
Like
it.
looked like he wanted
That's
to
why I
cry.
wanted.
Obviously, it's
That's why I
embarrassing to get
wanted
subbed.
Agate. You know, that's why I wanted Agate. I can tell these mentality monsters. They come in
South
there and
American
they,
man.
yeah, like and like you see me, like I guess like Martinez and all of this stuff, and I think he's good. But like I've always known from the start, he's not the levels of. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Them the high caliber, the elite centre backs. I've always known that, but I appreciate his game and that. But I think the side to his mentality is why I always want him in the squad at least
Because a
because his
bastard, you need them, bro.
mentality is
Look at
quality.
Isaac on what was it, Wednesday, Tuesday, whatever, when he just pushed Odegaard and kept it moving. We don't have enough nasty guys like that. We
Ruthless
need that.
guys, innit? Yeah, you need some ruthless guys that just play for the badge. But I can see it happening, man. I can see you lot winning something. Don't worry, man. Don't worry.
Look at this guy. He's trying to gas me. There's nothing. There's not they're trying to gas me. Man said, "Don't worry." There's plenty of reasons to worry, bro. Like we
Don't
should be
worry.
where Liverpool are. The Champions League is my biggest dream, but cool. I allow the club with that. The League Cup to play like that in the semi-finals, where that could be your
Yeah,
only realistic chance of silverware.
yeah, they let
We're
you
not
down.
doing nothing, bro. So we tried
Let you
thing. It's like
down.
Mighty Ducks and Coach Carter and that man. Training day and all these things. It's just so close but so far. What are you saying for the Rashford thing, man? Like he's getting done. Do you think he's getting done dirty?
Oh, like I'm on Rashford all the time, but I'm mostly on him just for banter. But I feel the same way as well. But I'm on Twitter, you know what I mean? I'm on Twitter for banter. But see with the Rashford thing, I feel like time's up now, man. I feel like time's up. It's enough's enough, innit? Like you've run through a lot of managers. Like a lot of people just remember the highlights, and a lot. And see with Rashford, yeah, I get why Rashford is so revered, innit? Like he's a young boy from the academy and whatever. And see a lot of Rashford's moments, they're big moments, pause, isn't it? But there are a lot of he's got a big moments where he scored basically the most for us against big six teams. That stuff
He's
sticks in
normally
fans.
always good for a goal against us as well. To be fair,
Bro, that sticks in a fan's brain. You know what I mean? Especially a younger fan. That oh my god, right? You just remember Rashford always saving
fact.
us. You know what I mean? But he don't do that enough. Like the next game against Southampton or something, he might not do that, you know what I mean? And he might not help us to do this. And I remember stuff like Ollie, I feel like Rashford let us down. He missed the open goal in that, was it the final? Yeah, the final of the Europa League. Was it the final or the semi-final? It was the final, wasn't it? Of the Europa League, and yeah, it was the
It was a
final.
funny, you know.
And we went to penalties, yeah, and De Gea missed the last penalty. But before that, if everyone watches that match, Rashford missed some sitters, and I'll never forgive him for that. And I always know he's just not clinical. You know what I mean? There's just something, and I know what I mean. And me as a kid that grew up watching Rooney's, Van Nistelrooy, like these heroes winning us last moments big trophies, and I just don't remember that from Rashford. That's you know what I mean. You can't. That's how you're iconic for me. You know what I mean. When big moments, big moments,
Talisman
when
stuff.
we need you, huh?
Talisman stuff.
Yeah,
Essentially, yeah.
you know what I mean. And a lot of my heroes, I can always bring that for, and I feel like Rashford's let man down far too many times. This is probably the third or fourth altercation he's had with a manager. Like every manager's had to put him in this place.
So you are the problem, Rashford. Really, like you are. If four
Jose
different
told us
men
this. Jose told us this ages ago, and we sided with Rashford because Rashford was almost brand new into the team, and we were like, "What?" You know what I mean?
on Sky Sports when he was like, he can never be a striker.
Yeah, all right. And he was saying, and he was on the bench, and they was asking him why he's on the bench, and he was saying something about his attitude and something, and people weren't believing him. We were just thinking Jose's moaning, innit? But that was like 5, 6, 7 years ago. It's been
And now
happening,
people see.
still happening, and I feel like it's time to go, innit? I hear Amran. He feels like he's trying to build a new culture. And Rashford, Luke Shaws, and all of these guys, they are the culture. They're
And
the
the only way
first.
to change that is by either getting rid
That's
of
what
them
I'm
or them
saying.
man falling in line, and they're not clearly
They're
not
the,
falling in line.
they're not falling in line. They're the furniture. Like I'm a new manager coming in, and the dinner lady knows you from you was 13 to you know what I
Yeah,
mean.
yeah.
You've been a kid. Like
They're the
you,
things
you
people forget
the,
about football, you know.
the dynamics is you got to try and grab hold of everything. You get me? And I feel like that just got above Ten Hag. He couldn't deal with all of that. He just left it, put his hands up. Games where Rashford and that were walking around, playing in the next match. Like, they were just walking all over everyone, innit? And I feel like it's got to change, innit? Like, it will hurt me to see him go to Arsenal and bang, but...
No, I'm not on Rashford at Arsenal, man. I know we need players, but nah, man, nah. 'Cause you don't. You remind me of Martinelli. You're obviously better than him in terms of goal scoring, but I don't like footballers who don't think, bro. And I've always thought that. Obviously, Rashford's man. Then we protect him. We want him to do well and all of that. But you don't think. Even when you've had those great seasons, I've never thought you're that good of a footballer because I don't think you think. I just think you're high volume. You have a lot. He's got a lot of positives. He's high volume. He's a good runner. But even that, in today's day and age, you mentioned walking around. You have to be on pressing. You have to show consistency. If you come to Arsenal, I'll be looking at you like, okay, cool. The Man United thing's irrelevant, but you was one of their poster boys. You are one of their more experienced players. You've worked with X amount of managers, and you've been forget the managers. You've been around some serious players or players that have retired. You know, you've worked with Oli, Ruud van Nistelrooy. You've been around Ronaldo. Rooney, the list goes on. You've been around, and there's been no significant improvement. So it's your fault, bro.
No,
And I
bro,
think
you're not even playing for your country.
This is what I'm saying. Like, because Rashford looks, for me, he seems like a spoiled brat. I'll be serious. I hate to say that about black players, but he does look like that. He, like you said, I'm Man United. I've been here. I'm levels. I genuinely think he thinks he's better than he is. And it kills me to say that about him. But like,
that's where the PR comes from. Is the PR,
the PRs as well.
The PR is the brand, innit? So,
and if you're doing that in Manny, what are you going to do in London where you got all this peas and free tap, bro? You're just chasing snowball. He's going to move mad. He's gone, man. He's gone. You saw that dead team from Ireland that was hotting him up. I don't want that at my club, bro. Rashford's like, man.
Rashford's mad like that. When he gets like that, trust me, I've seen him, like, he just locks off sometimes, man. He just locks off.
I'm not on that.
I don't get it, innit? And why I respect him is his PR so good. I would never see it from him, like, via interviews or anything, because he talks so well. He talks well spoken. He's got every word to the T. He'll never slip up. You know what I mean? But so you can never read him like that or by his socials or whatever. But that a guy like that, I know he's not clean cut just because how he's pattern and everything. Nah, man, he's something. Even when I heard him and Ronaldo fell out, like, stuff like that.
See what I'm saying? Who are you to pull out with Ronaldo as well? Who are you, bro? Respectfully, who are you? This is what I don't want that, my club.
My club, innit? You're coming to my club.
Yeah, like who and Rashford, who are you to even be saying that? Like, because you don't lead by example. Think about it. Like, I don't want you at Arsenal because Amarin's walked in. Obviously, he's heard things about the players and been briefed, but he still has to talk to Rashford and get to know Rashford and see him and see if the was is true. He's obviously it looked like to me, first training session, he's like, yeah, I'm not on it with you. You look like a idiot. You're going to disrupt my thing. I don't want to go out like Ten Hag safe. And you're Mr. Man United. You're one of the more experienced players. Look at your attacking options. You're hardly flushed with quality and bodies. The manager still said, regardless, safe.
Yeah, that's
I don't want that.
That means a man is really trying to put a stamp on it because we're struggling.
We're already carrying players. I can't carry another one, bro.
We're struggling and we can't carry him no more. And I feel like he knows that and the club knows that, innit? And that's
He's gone in Jan. He's gone this month.
That's why they're putting out all these briefs because I feel like he knows it's the last. He's worked up.
Even the interview thing he did the other day, like, I swear that was before a game where he said, "I want a new challenge and all of this." I'm not on it, man. Like, you bring it on yourself a lot of the time, Marcus, man.
He did stuff, and why did he do that again?
I'm sure it was before a game, like, or you lot had either it come out the day before a game or the day after a game.
I think he might have been dropped.
Yeah, come out. Something happened, and immediately he's come out with that. I'm not on that. Because that means you was we both know how this thing works. If that comes out on X day, that means that was patterned out a day or two ago. You're talking to the journalists and whatnot.
Bro,
he's probably the guy that was leaking.
What other club does this shit? Like, Man City players don't do this shit. Arsenal players don't do this shit. Liverpool players starting to do this, but it looks like it's because of Klopp. Before, when Klopp was there, I never heard Salah, Van Dijk, Trent, none of these guys.
You're right, still, you didn't.
You know what I mean? Everyone's talking now. It looks like my man don't really have a lot of control. I feel like they're bigger than him.
No, you don't, man. Like, Liverpool are flying, yeah, but I think because they're flying, maybe not the Liverpool owners, but football fans, they're letting them get away with murder. Think about it. New manager coming, 3 key players deals running out. Who did they sign in the summer? Like that Chiesa brother, he's been injured, but he don't play. So the manager probably didn't even want you. Bro, yeah, you're right with the Liverpool thing. Bro, but that's why Rashford's days are numbered, you know.
You got to spend over 70 million plus to replace all 3 of them.
Exactly. And Salah's a match winner. So,
That's
boy,
not replace. That's not really
who
a
even comes
Van
in to
Dijk.
replace Salah?
You don't replace Van Dijk anyway.
You can't. Yeah,
So, listen, I don't know what they're thinking, but that's Liverpool, man. That's
you're
Liverpool.
right, man. Hey, my last question for you, then, man. Before I let you get out of here, prediction, man. I'm going 2-1 Arsenal. I have to be positive. I don't necessarily believe we're gonna win. I'm getting nervous, but
Wait, before we
2-1.
go into prediction, yeah,
Go
go
on.
into predicting lineups first, and then we might be able to.
Bro,
Because that's just me right now. I don't know who we play, bro. I can tell you 5-0 right now, and we go and play Casemiro centre back. You know what I mean, bro? I don't know.
that's a good question, man. Because Arteta's starting to do the Fugazi stuff with Kai
Yeah, but
Havertz. I
Timber's
want
back. Timber's back, though.
Timber's back. I don't worry about the back line per se. It's midfield and it's up front. Up front in particular. Like I could see him.
You know what? I
I
was
could see him
happy,
putting
yeah.
Havertz in midfield.
I was happy, but I just clocked Partey's not playing right back.
Partey's not right back. I'd got. You know what? I think he plays Calafiori left back, Timber right back. Obviously, Raya, Saliba, Gabriel. That's the defense done. Me personally, I want to see Rice, Partey, and Odegaard. Now is where it gets a bit techie. You know what? For me, nah, he's Martinelli on the left. Ah, fuck
You
it. This is a
just
good
got to
question.
go with it. What you saying? The Havertz on the right.
No,
Right,
that's where I stopped myself. Havertz
right.
up front. Havertz up front. Martinelli on the right. Jesus off the left.
Jesus, yeah. I was thinking, why Jesus playing? We said Trossard. You're done with Trossard.
I'm not done with him, but like your thing is the occasional start off the bench. You're not a
Mm.
starter, bro. You haven't. I'll be real. I think Trossard's been shit all season. Big him up for winning us the game at Villa away. Other than
Yeah.
that, he's been shit. Like he's been
Yeah,
shit.
as a player, as a guy, I don't watch all your matches 90 minutes. But when I
Mm.
catch certain things and I watch certain matches, he looks clutch sometimes, and it's annoying. You know what
No,
I
he
mean?
does. No. He has got those moments, but that's why I want him back in the role he initially had at Arsenal, where it. And no one wants to be a sub in it, but you come off the bench, you do your thing, you get an occasional start. That's what we do as a club. We take guys that should be rotation options and make them starters. Like even Kai, I can't get at Kai Havertz anymore. I don't think you're the guy. I don't think we should have bought you. But if I'm
Yeah.
keeping 100, 9 times out of 10, you're a lot more consistent than a lot of our players. And
Yeah,
you last season done your
so
thing.
he's what you got in it, and
It's a
that's-
madness.
he's doing his job. He's doing what he needs to do. So as much as I laugh at him, he's doing what he has to do. So
But we should have bought a
it's
striker in the summer. Like
with us
even
though.
some fans said it.
I want us to play Ahmad wing, right wing, but I
He's
don't
getting
think.
pocketed, man. It's peak for him. I can't lie, I'm at this
If
peak.
he goes right wing back, he's gonna give you guys trouble. But he's gonna play him in the 10. And I think he's been quiet in that 10 for a long time. Even though he scored against Liverpool, he was very quiet in that match. He's quiet in that
A new
10.
position to learn. I don't think he's a 10, but it's a new one to learn, isn't
I
it?
think he's got the ability to be, but yeah, he's just not it yet. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
exactly. He's
Just
got it in
throw
his
it,
locker, but like
yeah,
over
just throw
90
him in
minutes, I
there and
think this thing's
halfway
a
through the
winger thing.
season. Yeah, man. But I feel like it looks like against you guys, the big teams, he plays defensive wing back. So I think we're gonna play Mazraoui,
Cold
the
player.
the lot. Yeah, Mazraoui's good still.
The
I
lot
think
can get cooked. He can get cooked again at the Emirates. It's going to be dark for the lot.
he cooked up Trent still. He's in mold right
Yeah,
now.
Trent's
He's
good
in
at going
mold
forward
right now.
defensively, boy. I don't
And
know.
Timber has people locked up though. I can't lie. Who did he
He was
lock up
moving a bit
last time?
mad against Newcastle, but I got love for Timber. I actually thought
Yeah.
you man signed Timber because if you remember when we signed him, I think
Uh,
yeah, it was you lot. You lot played City in the FA Cup final and Timber was there, and obviously the Ajax linked Ten Hag. I thought you lot. I genuinely thought he was there to sign for you lot.
well, I mean, that's one time that we missed out on, man. I'm pissed though. I'd rather sign him than Martinez. Just a left-footed thing for Martinez, but other than that, I think Timbers. I think we did need a left-footed centre back though. That was for sure.
Yeah,
But
Martinez is good. He's just gone down a hill, bro.
I'll
Like,
be
that's the
real.
whole
I
team.
wanted I wanted Gabriel. I really wanted
And you
Gabriel.
normally slander him on the net. That's a
You know
shock
what?
for me to learn.
That's what I no, but like I slander him when he's been at your team in that first year and
Yeah, the
whatnot. But
game's the game.
before he came and I was doing research on him, I wanted him because I was looking for a left-footed centre back. I was like, yeah, fast, quick, left-footed. You know what I mean? But I'll be honest, he would never have developed. He would have got time to develop at Man United if
And
he
that's
was
the thing with United.
if he
Like
had
you've got,
that bad
yeah.
season at United, it's done. You know what I mean? Only Arsenal, you had a little bad first season, mistakes and all of that stuff, and he can keep going. At Man United, that shirt's too heavy. Have a season like that, I can't see him coming back from it. You know what I mean? So I think that's where you see now. You see Gabriel is just leading this and that. You got to remember, he wasn't like that. he was made bare mistakes. He looked scared, nervous all the time.
He had, yeah. It's been a long road with Gabriel, man. I still think, unfortunately for him, that whole Bozo gene tag, it's staying with him for the rest of his career because
But
some
you
people
can't
remember
take
that.
that out of him, man. That's him, innit?
He
That's a
don't really
style
do
of
that.
play.
I can't even. I'll be real. Like, obviously, you can look at all the goals we've conceded, and everyone's got a part to play. But I've
Mm.
not really thought anything's Gabriel's fault. I think he's really switched on in that regard. I actually, obviously, Saliba's better than him, but I actually think people let Saliba get away with murder. And I think with
A
us,
lot
with
of
Arsenal,
murder.
no, he gets away with it. And I think us Arsenal fans, yeah, when Gabriel has a good game, they obviously salute him. But when Saliba has a good game, they scream it and shout it and whatnot. And likewise, if Saliba makes a mistake, there's nothing
It's
said.
because they're kind of stained, innit, from seeing
I,
them
I think it's
bozo.
playing favorites, bro. It's like you
They've
having
seen
two
the
sons and
bozo
one's a favorite.
moments from Gabriel, and half your fan base probably have dashed him in the bin. You know what I mean? So now
Mm.
they're coming back on side like, oh yeah, he's good, he's good.
He
But they
only just,
don't.
not that I care about this, but he's only just now recently, like last 18 months, got his own chant. I don't care about that stuff, but I've said I think he's one of the
Yeah,
most slept on players for us.
yeah,
And
nah,
it's
he
nice
is.
to see him get some
Very
flowers now.
slept. That's why I brought him up. Why do you think I brought him up? Because he is
Makes sense.
slept on, bro. Let me tell you this. If I'm playing Arsenal, I'd rather him be missing than Saliba.
Yeah, he's the big bro to Saliba.
Yeah,
Saliba's gracious and great, but
yeah.
Gabriel's the
Anybody
leader
like
of that defense, the
Saliba
vocal
with
one.
another partner, that's weak. Him with another partner, he could kind of control
Can
that
maneuver.
shit. And I like him, man. I like him still. He come a long way. Still, I didn't always like him and whatnot, but I actually like Gabriel. Still, he's come a very long way. I
And that's
like
the
when
thing.
people, I like when people improve as well. Like
But that's what people forget, man. People don't think players
people
can
can
improve.
improve.
Like,
Yeah, of
you look,
course.
how many players have we seen at both our clubs? They start off shit, and by the
Shit.
time they leave, it's a lot different, bro.
Yeah,
Giroud
but
was one.
quality.
Koscielny, off the top of my head, was defo one, even though he was never the guy. There's
Yeah.
bare players like that. It took Henri a while to get a couple games to get going as well. Like, but you know what sort of climate we're in, man. If you're a baller, you have to be good from game one to game 100. You can't lack, or you're done at it, man.
For real, especially with this new era, internet era, bro. Like,
People don't watch football no more, bro. We watch,
bro,
some people watch it for agendas, or they just watch
mm,
the highlights, or they look at what's that app
stats,
called,
yeah,
Sofa Score or whatever.
yeah,
Yeah,
see the
stats.
stats and see, oh, that guy played rubbish and whatnot. They get me. So, see me, I always have to make my judgment when I see things. See, only thing with me though, when I'm online and doing all that, I'm not Gary Neville, innit? So I'm there to piss you guys off.
Yeah, no, 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 no.
Everything I'm gonna say is to piss you guys off. I'm
You're
never
a
gonna
chief
go to
rattle of the
like
net,
see when
man.
I'm talking normal hair and you're never gonna see this in writing on Twitter.
No,
I
the
ain't got
game's the
time.
game's the game.
Yeah, I ain't got time for that and back and forth real debates with tacticians and the fuck that.
Hey,
I know
you're
the
actually
game.
a villain on Twitter,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
You
but
and that Jay, you always go
real
at it.
stuff. I know my stuff in it. I'm not stupid. I see stuff and see stuff that even when I said that Ethan guy, quality,
He's
bro.
another one that's injured cold. And
He
that's
is
another thing that I would say about
quality.
Arsenal, bro. Two 17-year-olds in the last couple games been our best players. Lewis Skelly as well. Like,
He looks all right still. He looks all right. I'm not sold yet. He looks
no,
like a
just a
guy
calm,
that,
steady Eddie.
yeah, he looks like a guy that could just go to Bournemouth or somewhere and just steady
Nah,
Eddie.
nah, Lewis Kelly's making it here, bro. Trust me, he's
You know
making it.
what I'm saying?
He'll be playing midfield, trust me.
Bournemouth makes it, bro. Think
I,
I'm
I,
not
I can't
violating.
lie. I haven't seen
Bournemouth is
Kobe May
making
don't
it.
do
That's what
them
I'm
things yet.
saying.
I'll be
Bournemouth
real.
or Forest or something.
Nah, nah,
But
nah, nah. He
but
trust me.
Ethan
Trust
look
me.
like Madrid might take him off you soon. You get me? I swear that
It is
he
what
looks
it is.
funny.
I'll
He
never
looks
begrudge
funny.
players for going and doing their thing, bro. I've seen it. Like, for me, I've seen Henri leave. I
Yeah,
can't
well,
cry or moan
same
about
shit, man.
any footballer going because that
This is
was my
what I'm saying
guy.
about Rashford, bro. Bro, listen, I broke a tear when Beckham
Yeah,
left.
I didn't want to say it, but I definitely cried when Henri left. I did. I
Bro,
did.
when I saw that accepted bid from Real Madrid, bro, I shedded a tear, bro. I couldn't believe I'm losing Beckham. Beckham, bro. Oh shit, I grew up with Beckham. I came in this
I
team
had an
with
English
Beckham.
shirt with Beckham's name and number on the back
You know
as well.
what I
Beckham
mean?
was a
Like,
legend still.
bro, that was the first heartbreak, Beckham. And then
That's
Van
his first
Nistelrooy.
heartbreak.
Bro, all my heartbreaks have been Real Madrid. I think it was Van Nistelrooy after, and then it was Ronaldo. Like they've cleaned man out, bro. Like every time Real Madrid come, I know they're taking my guys.
To
I
be
don't
fair,
know.
Ronaldo said from one day, I'm gonna go Madrid one day. Like, that's how I
Yeah,
felt with
but
Cesc. Like,
bro,
I knew
I
he
never
was going
believed
Barca.
it. I never believed it. But bro, you can't tell man that and get Ballon d'Or. Bro, hey bro, come back here. I need you, fam. Bro, he just gave us a Ballon d'Or season and then go and says,
I
yo,
just cut
I'm
immediately.
cutting now. Nah, bro, like you get me. So yeah, man, seeing these players leave, bro, man. It's not gonna Rashford, like, bro, man, like right now, I don't want to bring him up, bro, but brother. Greenwood, fam. Like, I don't think you understand what type of talent we had
Them
there.
man there, boy. I can't
Bro,
condone what them man did.
he had a serious talent,
He
bro.
had a talent. He's a wrong though, man.
100 odd, that's 150 million down the drain that we've just lost out on, bro. So there's no talent that could come and go there. Man's gonna feel like, oh, man can't get it back.
Gone past it. I'm not gonna lie. Out the current squad, I'd say if Saka left, not that I think he will necessarily anytime soon. I'd say that one might hurt if anything. Saliba, I've made peace that
Yeah,
we can't
see,
keep you
he looks
forever in it.
like the guy that's patterned his career, innit?
Yeah, you just know he's going over them sides.
Yeah.
Like it's cool. You go and do that. Like hope we win a trophy. Apart from that, I don't really think just Saka and Saliba. They're the only ones I think could get
Bro, for
moves like that.
some reason, I don't think Saka will move, but there's this one team, bro, that you guys love to sell to, bro. I see him going to there. It's like Chelsea, bro. I don't know why it's gonna be like Chelsea, or maybe it's a City, but Chelsea is your team, bro. You know how many Arsenal legends you see at Chelsea?
Oh yeah, that's another one that upset me. Ashley Cole. That's another
I'm
one.
saying like that would have burnt me still, because that's the best left back in the world.
And then we got 5 million, which 5 million them times was a decent amount. And Gallas, come on, and Gallas was a cancer. Pardon my language at this football club. I hated Gallas. I hated his permed
You saying
Mohican.
it?
I hated everything about Gallas. His permed
I thought
Mohican,
Gallas
him
was lazy
captaining.
though. I thought he was solid
Nah, man,
still.
fuck Gallas, man. Fuck Gallas. When we're in the title challenge, you're there at Birmingham. You're on the floor and moaning. Nah, man, I don't like them mercenary men. Be a mercenary, but fight for your team, bro. He was a
Bro,
pussy, old man.
he's got the last thingy on there as well. Yeah,
See what I'm saying? And he's still
number
chatting shit about Arsenal as well. I
10 as
swear I
well.
hate Gallas. You're the worst player to have ever played for my club. I stand behind
Nah,
that. I don't care about
you're
ability.
lying, man. He's
No,
cold.
I don't care about
We
ability.
gave you Sylvester, fam.
Nah, he was past it, Sylvester. He was better than him because I never saw you conduct yourself how Gallas did, bro. Gallas is the worst,
How
bro.
can we give you Sylvester? That was one of the
Yeah, you lot
funniest.
used to you lot used to buy us. We used to buy ourselves. We went to prime Barcelona with Messi and that, with Sylvester and Sol Campbell when Sol Campbell returned as our centre halves. I love Wenger, but there was a period I thought Wenger was smoking budge, man. He was
You lot
moving
going
mad.
mad still. I swear you what, you lot got Sanchez from Barcelona, innit?
Yeah, that's when we used to get these guys like Sanchez, one of the best players I've seen play for my football club.
Aye, Sanchez, that
Cold.
2 seasons he done at the last end.
He was
Oh,
he was cold, bro.
oh, oh.
He was. Do
And
you
he
know
was
what didn't up?
a
Go on.
one-man soldier as well, you know, like
That's the thing.
that's
Doing
how
the
you
pressing
beat
thing
your
when it
team.
weren't cool as well. Like you just used to see him running around. He's a man that when you go and watch footballers at games, they're good, but you see all the other aspects. Like Alexis Sanchez, it was so sick. He had I don't think people sleep. I think people sleep on his creativity as well. He was cold, bro. He was cold.
Alexis
Van
and
Persie's departure didn't hurt me because I think
didn't
Van
hurt
Persie was. It didn't hurt me. Obviously, the United stuff, and I'm getting bantered by my brethren and that, but it never hurt me because I think out of everyone that cut, Van Persie was the most honest. He said there was offers from abroad, the club weren't doing it. I asked the club what we're gonna do in the market. They want to go one way, I want to go another. So Alex Ferguson is saying this. I'm going over there. Like, how can I? And you want a trophy? Like, obviously, with my
it's
fan cap
crazy.
on, I'm vexed.
When we signed him, yeah, it's like I wasn't as gassed as I should have been. Not that I wasn't upset or whatnot, but I didn't think he was the player we actually got.
Especially because you got him when he was cold. I remember when Van Persie, he was just part of the squad. You weren't really messed like that.
It was like a winger when
Yeah,
he
you
first
weren't
came
the
in,
guy. And then you had 2-3 years where you were 30, and then he went over there. Like,
bro, that season, it was amazing when he first came to
literally
United.
won you the league. Literally.
By himself, bro, because we had no one. We had nothing. We just had him. Like our team, we had we had the old Rudy. We had
I'm starting to get mad about it now, thinking about it,
bro. You
looking back.
think about it, bro.
Like Wenger, you
From his
snake.
debut, I think on his debut he scored a brace, yeah, and we were losing against Southampton. He scored a brace, and we come back. I was like, raw. You get me? We're losing 2-1, and I think we won 3-2. And I was like, this guy crazy. Then he scored against City, free kick. Then he was going crazy. I was
Yeah,
like,
he was Van Persie was cold, bro. I actually thought Alexis was gonna be lit for you, but then looking back,
gonna do that.
he stunk up the place before he actually signed for United. Like, the months from August to January when he went, he was shit. So maybe he was declining or whatever. That was a shit swap deal. Like, we didn't win anything with Mkhitaryan. You didn't win anything really with Alexis. Like, that was dead, man.
Though, man. Mkhitaryan, that's a baller. He's still going strong now, man.
Nah, he's doing his thing now, but I never wanted him at my club.
None of us used him well. I think he was good for you. Like, I was pissed.
Nah, we got more out of Mkhitaryan than you lot got out of Alexis, but he weren't. I know you're a good footballer, but it's just nah, man. And then when he was there during the Emery times, the one thing I'll say to Mkhitaryan is I apologize for Unai Emery because he was playing him and Mesut Ozil as wing backs. After that, I was like, yeah, man, look, we're in the
Nah,
trenches
bro,
now,
but
bro.
you don't cuss Unai, but bro, Unai is the guy that gave you Saka, man. He
Yeah,
gave you
he was
Saka.
not.
He
I got a
busted
lot of
you.
things to praise Emery with.
I was like, who the hell is this guy? I saw his debut was against us. I was like, bro, who's this? We're gonna
And
cook
he's
you,
playing
man.
him left back as well. No,
Like,
I will salute
he
Emery because
pulled
you took
out.
the job after Wenger, bro. Anyone that takes a job after someone like that, I salute him. And I do think Emery didn't get some of the luxuries Arteta got. We didn't have this stability.
Yeah.
Arteta wanted Partey, you got Partey. You wanted Partey, you
So,
got Torreira. Don't get twisted, you should still be able to do a thing. But I feel
but
sorry for him. I don't like the way the press mocked him for trying to learn English, but
English,
Emery
yeah.
weren't the guy. He's good at them underdog teams, bro. Like nobody expects Villa to do what they're doing. Arsenal, typically, Arsenal expected to be
Nice.
second. You man are expected to win
Yeah.
trophies. He's not the guy for that, bro.
No, I
He's
feel you
not, bro.
still. No, I definitely feel you. I don't think that you guys made a mistake by letting him go. No way. But I just don't think he gets enough respect though.
Nah, he's
I
never
don't,
gonna get the respect
I
he
don't think he
deserves,
was
man.
as bad as you lot go
Nah,
on
nah,
to
he was
say.
horrible, man. He was
He
horrible.
gave
He was
you lot
horrible.
good runs and you lot peak his time. Like I remember you lot went on a nice run, 20-game run. You lot
I,
probably
I,
still
I always say I think Emery failed us in the. Do you remember the year we got to Europa League final and Chelsea battered us, and I think we finished
yeah,
fifth.
yeah,
I always
yeah.
say I think Emery failed us in the Premier League. Them man failed us in the. Them man failed Emery in the Europa League final because his record there is
So,
faultless. One time he's been to the final with us, he never won it. You can't play like that in a final, anyways. But during that season, Emery was doing bare bandooly things, man. Like sometimes Emery overcomplicated stuff, and I knew Emery. I truly gave up on Emery when I clocked like because you remember there was a time, yeah. Arsenal would change things at halftime. We'll go and win the game. And I was for that. I was like, Emery's so smart and this and that. And then we played Cardiff. We beat Cardiff, but we changed stuff at halftime. I sat there and I thought, right, if we always have to change things at halftime, are we setting our team out in the best way? And I was like, all right, cool. Alarm bells. Emery, you're not the guy no more, man.
yeah, no,
Like
it's only
me,
right. It's only
me.
right.
Man.
So,
Give us a score prediction, man. I'm
yeah,
still
score
sticking with the
prediction.
2-1.
Cool. And we're away in it.
At the Emirates, man. No more Lingard dancing, all that BS, man. It's over. It's over with now.
3-2 United.
You lot think you got 3 goals in you at Big Emirates?
Listen, bro, we're a problem in these competitions, bro.
You
And
are,
this
and
is
it's the FA Cup. Low key,
this is
I'm
the
just being
reason.
arrogant for no reason. I'm very shook. I'm very shook
I'm shook as well, but why I'm confident is it's a free hit. I'll be real, I don't really care about the competition, bro. Like
that I do, man, because it's a
I just
snowball
care
effect. We're
about
losing,
you do. We're the holders of this,
and
so
losing to you, man, is the worst because of fans like you on the
all
net,
right.
bro. I
That's
don't want
why
to
I'm
lose to you, man.
enjoying it. That's why I'm enjoying it because if we lose, it's gonna burn. The most it's gonna burn me is the banter, innit? The actual
Mm.
result and being out of that. I'm not too. I want. I want Amarin to have as much days as possible to train.
You lot have
So
had a
that
week off as well.
yeah, you get me.
We
So
might get slapped,
that's
man.
another thing. We look good against Liverpool because we had our first week. That's his first
And you've
week.
had this
Yeah,
week as well. We had to
and
play
we got
Newcastle,
another
and we
one.
got injuries. We could get
You
slapped,
get
you
me?
know.
So we need more of this in it. So I'm not too. I don't, bro. There's no FA Cup or League Cup can't paper over these cracks. We've done this already. So for us, no, I just want to see a performance, win, and brag. You get me? If not, then yeah. But I think 3-2 because hopefully the players feel like I am. When there's 3 hits for the players, they're not a bit tense and they're a bit more. You get me? It's not 3 points missing and they're gonna be relegation and not bare stuff on their head. So I think we'll be a bit more free stuff. I think we'll score goals. Maybe yeah, 3-2, man.
But
Three
not
two.
with Hoyslin and Zertsky and them, man. But I'm a bit like you in that. Obviously, in fact, I'm a bit like you, but I'm not in the sense of I want to win every trophy. I think our 2 clubs and you lot are holding it. We've got the most of it. I want to continue that. I want to win.
Mm.
Obviously, the sentiment around the club's horrible. We lost to Newcastle. I need you lot to be up for this because it's
If I
probably your
was
only chance at
Arsenal,
silverware, fam.
if I was an Arsenal
And you're
fan,
playing United. These are the
silverware.
games, bro. You have to be up for it, bro. I'm not on it. Like they
That
need to win the
Arsenal
games.
can't afford to lose. You can't afford to let us
Nah,
watch
you're
it.
doing that United thing that
No,
United fans
jokes
do,
aside.
where you lot say
No,
Arsenal can't
bro,
afford to
between
lose.
me and you think you can let us knock you out of this and Newcastle be 2-0 ahead? Bro,
Yeah, yeah.
you don't need this,
It's
bro.
dark. It's dark.
I'm a man that will laugh. I've laughed at you lot winning FA Cups and League Cups, all of that, and I'm telling you, you need a League Cup. Not solely. You can't get a League Cup and
Just need
or
to get some
not a League Cup.
silverware.
Not just a League Cup, League Cup or FA Cup or whatever, but you can't get that and finish fourth or something. You need to get that
Build on
be
stuff.
be in the title race or get deep into the Champions League or something. Look, you know what I mean?
We'll
But
get
have a
deep in
good.
the Champions League, but we're not going to win it. So for me, I don't really. It's not that I don't care. It's like
But
I
if you have
want the
another
Champions League the
trophy,
most.
if you have another trophy to show for a Champions League journey, it's good. I know what I mean. There's a
I hear you, but
journey.
fuck the journey thing now, bro. I'm
No, there's a
impatient. Like,
journey. You haven't been in the
nah, man.
Champions League for 5, 6, 7 years. There's a
Yeah, I hear
journey to
that,
have.
but like, I'm not even as harsh on the champs because I think we need to win. Obviously, win a prem. You got to kind of bully your own team first, then go over there. But I'm just saying, for me as a fan, the day I'll be the happiest as an Arsenal fan is when we win the champs because we've never done it. Like Europe and them things is just heartbreak for us. Like I've seen you lot win it on a Bandulu. I've seen Chelsea
Yeah,
do the
quickly,
Bandulu.
quickly
Like
in
we
it.
don't get that.
Yeah,
Like
nah,
I want the
fully.
champs, bro. But
I think you can get it. You can
nah,
get it. Like, you know what's funny? You lot have been good at the wrong time because now
this is it.
this new format, yeah, is just making it more headaches, isn't it? But the
Exactly, and there's
old
more games.
format,
It's a
I feel
myth.
like the old format, you lot could have kind of walked
And
through
that's
and
even that. If we win the Champions League one day, man are gonna say, "Oh, it's the new thing. The watch is not
yeah,
real," and that like it's long. It's
the
long.
old guy.
We
That's
ain't
what
got
I'm
the old.
saying.
It's the Rolex is ticking. It's fake, fam. Like, bro, it's gonna get
That's
long.
it.
Like, I want the
You
champs,
can't
man.
win, fam. You can't win, fam. You
Nah, we
get me?
can't win. We can't win. The goalposts always move. I do think we need silverware though, man, because I'm not saying they're gonna leave, but
Mm,
if I'm Saliba, potentially Saka, it
mm,
can't be nice always being so close but not
mm,
so far. You're gonna skate. And then I think
mm.
below Saka and Saliba, right? You've probably got Gabriel, Timber, maybe Odegaard. These men that I don't think are gonna go Madrid necessarily, but they could get them kind of moves. They're
Like
all gonna want to
United
cut.
something, yeah, like.
And I can see Arteta leaving. Whether I think Arteta is the guy or not, I always maintain this man is going to go elsewhere and they're going to win things. That's why I'm so
If it
harsh on
don't
him.
go well without Edu, Arteta will leave very quick. I feel like Edu leaving almost takes away a security blanket from him, and it's like
Mm.
Edu leaving is almost a domino effect for him. It's not.
I think he's
It's not.
frustrated because
I don't get
I
how
think
you
Eddie was
don't think that
frustrated.
it's all pally pally. You think that he's just that Edu ain't left and he's not thinking that. I don't know how you don't ain't thought that because they're like best friends. It's like
Yeah, but
I
even
don't.
that, I think Edu's voice was getting shouted out because every time you read about like when the Athletic do the pulse and they go in depth about the transfers and that, you always hear like especially around Kai Havertz when we signed Raya because Ramsdale was our goalie, you always
Yeah.
hear that not everybody agreed with the move, but Arteta pushed for it. So it's like, does Arteta have more clout than Edu, who
Edu.
sporting director manager? It should be like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I think Edu said, you know what, these men
Yeah,
don't
for
listen
real.
to me anyways.
It does look like that because even when what did he went to? That's what he was doing at Nottingham Forest. And whatever he done wasn't even bigger than Arsenal.
Mm.
It's
He
like he
just
just
like he
went
wanted to
somewhere.
be rated. He
He
was
wanted someone to
incompetent,
get
but he
control.
wants
Yeah, he
ratings.
wanted control. He wanted someone to grab control. Whoever gives him that control, he was gonna take it. Like,
And I think that's what I'll be real. I think Arteta, you need someone to control you from the madness. Like when we had Wenger, you had David Dean. When Wenger was going a bit too left with his ideas, David
yeah,
Dean pulled him back in and said,
that's
"No,
what
you
I'm
can't do
saying.
that." Arteta's just being allowed to go mad. Think about how many times it's like
That's
it's like
crazy
we
because he's a
sign players
new
and they don't
manager.
last.
This is his first job. To
And
give
that's
him
why I'm
that.
harsh on him because this is not meant to be work experience. I love what you're
Yeah,
doing, but I
yeah,
support Arsenal. I don't support Arteta because again, you're gonna go somewhere, think, "Rod, that didn't work at Arsenal. Let me do the opposite," and then you're flying, bro. I'm not on that. Like, we need to win something. And for me, if I rate the manager, not as much as some people, you've got to be held to that standard, no?
No, you do still
So
definitely.
we just have to hope we can do a thing, man. Let people know they can find you, bro.
Come on, man. I'm on Rico Squeeze on Twitter. On all the socials, just Rico, REEKO Squeeze. Twitter,
Spotify and all of
Facebook,
that stuff, even though you don't really drop
Spotify,
things
all
anymore,
of
man.
yeah, I mean, you know me, man. I'm just football right now, but now I'm just gonna drop stuff. I'm gonna drop soon, man.
Like the man said, man, follow the man. Again, if you're too lazy to listen to what he said, you can check the description. I'll have that all there. May the best team win, man. Reeks, one love for
Come
doing
on,
this,
man.
man.
Come
Come
on,
on,
my
Killy.
brother, man. Anytime, man. Next time, you
Come on,
get
man.
me.
We need to do this on a more regular basis, man. Yeah,
100%, man.
yeah, you're a decent guy when you're not trolling on Twitter, mate.
Don't worry, man. We're gonna do something serious, man. We'll get something going. You get me?
Say nothing. Safe.
Yeah. Bless, bro. Cool.
Peace.